keep pushing for the kind of Egypt they're still dreaming of. Shireen Tadros, Al Jazeera, Cairo.
Yemen's opposition builds a roadmap for transition, but some protesters want an end to negotiations. That's still to come here on Al Jazeera. And jewel of the ball, Silvio Berlusconi's dancer Ruby wows the crowds at Vienna's annual festival.
As a slight chill spreads across Melbourne, we'll find a way to perk you up.
Hello, it's feeling a little on the fresh side across the Arabian Peninsula at the moment. Quite a keen northwesterly wind, the ultramar wind, that's coming back in. It's only 24 Celsius here in Doha. Similar values to come too for Abu Dhabi, but at least it will stay largely dry. A chance of 1 or 2 showers just around the southern end of the Red Sea. And this little discreet line of showers, maybe just pushing up into central parts of Saudi Arabia as we go through Saturday. Still at around 24 Celsius, just around the Gulf. At least, as I said, it is dry. Fine and sunny, dry too across Iran. We push away into Pakistan, again largely dry. Some very wintry weather still very much in place across northern parts of India through Afghanistan. New Delhi should be largely dry here, temperatures at around 23 Celsius. I think you may well see some grey skies though, so a little overcast if we should call it that. Plenty of cloud too, and some showers continuing into Sri Lanka, the far south of India. Temperatures in Colombo at around 34 Celsius. It's brightening up nicely for South Africa, but a few showers a possibility around the eastern and southern Cape. The wettest weather, the seasonal rains continuing through Madagascar, Mozambique, Zambia, right the way across into Angola. Heavy showers now edging the way a little further north. Heavy rain does continue to affect a good part of Brazil with further flooding for southeastern parts.
Qatar Airways, world's 5-star airline.
He's taken stolen goods and he's now dumping them onto the world without any sort of consideration for consequences.
From people making the news.
If the North will be saved a lot of trouble, I think it is important that they should come together.
To those it affects.
We do accept that there was very bad mistakes made in our banking area.
Behind the headlines.
Most South Koreans are not interested in reunification.
Is the inside story. At this time on Al Jazeera.
Welcome back to the top stories on Al Jazeera. More fighting in Libya as government opponents in Brega say they're in control of the town despite more air raids. The area has been under attack from forces loyal to the Libyan leader Muammar Gaddafi for 2 days. At least 6 women have been shot dead at a rally for Alassane Ouattara in Côte d'Ivoire. Witnesses say they were shot by security forces loyal to Ouattara's rival, President Laurent Gbagbo. Tunisia's interim president has called an election on July the 24th to appoint a group to rewrite the constitution. But that means Fouad Mebazza will stay in power beyond his March 15th deadline. Well, as we mentioned earlier, the International Criminal Court says it will investigate the Libyan leader and his inner circle for possible crimes against humanity. Al Jazeera's Alan Fisher has been speaking to the chief prosecutor at The Hague.
The Office of the Prosecutor decided to open an investigation into alleged crimes against humanity committed in Libya.
Holding the Gaddafi regime to account, the International Criminal Court is now officially investigating all that has gone on over the past days and weeks. Hundreds have been killed in the uprising against the 40-year rule of Colonel Gaddafi, thousands injured. The chief prosecutor believes crimes against humanity have been committed.
The office will investigate who are the most responsible for the most serious incidents, for the most serious crimes committed in Libya.
This is just another step by the international community to put pressure on Colonel Gaddafi and Libya. The prosecutor believes his investigation can be complete in months, not years. He will then present his evidence to the judges who will decide if arrest warrants should be issued. And he sent a warning to the rebel groups. We're watching you too. The United Nations Security Council referred Libya to the ICC. The chief prosecutor believes there is enough evidence to dig deeper. He's highlighted several incidents and allegations of mass killings. The 15th of February in Benghazi, the 16th of February in Misrata, Al-Baida, Derna, Ajdabaya. On the 18th, again in Misrata, and the 20th in Tripoli and Al-Zawaya. Speaking to Al Jazeera, he highlighted what is under investigation.
Crime against humanity is a widespread attack against civilian population. So if you have security forces shooting civilians in a square who are doing a demonstration, this is a crime against, this could be a crime against humanity.
The prosecutor believes the rapid call to investigate marks a dramatic change, that the world will act quickly when people are being killed, and those behind it will face justice. Alan Fisher, Al Jazeera, the ICC in The Hague.
Opposition groups in Bahrain say they are ready to talk to the ruling family about political changes in the country. This comes after weeks of protests in the Gulf nation. Another large demonstration took place in the streets of Manama on Thursday. Pro-reformists drove their cars in a mass rally calling for change. In Oman, several thousand pro-government supporters took part in one of the largest rallies staged in the country so far. They gathered outside Sultan Qaboos bin Said's palace in the northeastern town of Mana. 2 people were killed in a pro-democracy protest in Sohar on Sunday. Anti-government protesters in Yemen are planning to hold more rallies later on Friday. They want President Ali Abdullah Saleh to stand down immediately. But some opposition groups have offered Saleh an exit plan to leave office by the end of the year. Hashim Al-Barra reports from the capital, Sana'a.
The roadmap is ready, but where will it lead? After spelling out their vision for a future without President Saleh, Yemen's main opposition parties say there's little point in any further talks with the nation's veteran leader.
People on the street should have the final say on the political change in this country, but there needs to be an option that avoids anarchy. That's the role of the political parties, but we shouldn't be disconnected from the people.
The president, though, remains defiant. He insists that if he leaves office early, a power struggle will be unavoidable.
Because this country has got a lot of things which are different from any other scenario. We have got Southerners who have been asking for secession. We have got the Houthis who are asking for different ideas and views, perhaps a sort of local government with full power. You have got Al-Qaeda. So we have got to have a clear, perspective of what change we're aiming at.
And that clarity isn't easy to achieve.
The Yemeni Socialist Party has its constituency mostly in the south, and the south is under tremendous repressive pressure. So that is not conducive to YSP participating in dialogue. But the presence of Salafi extremists in the dialogue, I think, has alarmed another party, Al-Haq party, and it's causing additional complications in the dialogue.
In the capital, anti-government